Here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short
yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw, it's Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Texans is Tyler Urban. .51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Miller in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Miller. Gets past one man. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Now it's Watson, and on the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Here we go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And Miller with it over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 8 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Texans a first down. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's go. 38. Flex round.
From the gun on third, Watson forced out to his left. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans are in for 6. Now the try here for the point after. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New Orleans offense working its way back out there. As we look at them ahead to 2018 as that wound to the end of 2017 continues to heal, Charles, they're going to have Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. If they have Breeze back at quarterback, this should be an excellent squad again.
It certainly should, and frankly, if the offensive line comes back healthy and intact, that's another big win for them, especially with their 2 tackles. Teron Armstead at left tackle. Ryan Ramczyk, who was a rookie last season at right tackle. They are loaded going forward. If they could get a real playmaker at tight end, that might be the last piece. And if that happens, I'd hate to be a defensive coordinator trying to game plan for them.
21. Ready. Waiting.
Breeze to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go.
Easy.
On second down, Ingram. And there goes Mark Ingram. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 49 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Charles, let's step into a conversation about Houston in 2017 as their offense comes back onto the field here. But just 1-9 in their last 10 games, finished 4-12. You and I know, though, injuries really ravaged this team.
Absolutely destroyed this team. And look, we focus on Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, and rightly so. He was probably going to be the rookie of the year. But when it started for injuries, it was defense. J.J. Watt, perennial all-pro, goes out early. Whitney Merciless, double-digit sack guy, out. Brian Cushing, starting linebacker, out. When you start totaling up the injuries they had through the year, it's almost amazing that they made it through the entire season able to play the schedule. So that's what you're looking at with the Texans, who have been a defense-first team. If they can get everyone back healthy, playing to their level, and get Deshaun Watson back sparking the offense, optimism will be high in 2018.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Underneath for Miller. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Defense showing blitz. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
After the run, Watson going to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Tyler Davison in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Here we go.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And he's got Miller. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. They get 31 yards that time. And that'll be good for a Houston first. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd down following the run. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Tim carry now for Lamar Miller. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. On 4th down, Watson. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. It's a pickup of 21. And the Texans are going to have a first. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go.
They'll toss it to Miller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Buying time to his left. That's complete right around the 8. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Here we go.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Well, going for it on 4th has worked twice on this drive already. Now it gets more interesting here on 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Cameron Jordan getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Breeze now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Easy. 53. That's my 4. Give me some. Here we go.
Breeze hands to Ingram. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Easy. Check 26, check 26. Under. Kill. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now Breeze got to have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And Watson's going to throw it here. Out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Watson hands this to Foreman, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Let's go!
Again, it's Foreman. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Watson. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 20.